So today, I guess today has been a long time coming, but inevitable. I'm I'm excited about this because we're talking about growth. I'm talking about growth. What you are about to hear are a series of writings. They are my own. Spirit said I'm doing this because I can't talk about growth how I need to talk about it without showing my own, which makes sense. It gives better, what's the word I'm looking for? It gives better meaning, better resonance. If if someone who is talking to you about growth can share with you some of theirs. So to give an original point of reference, because everything that I'm writing or that I'm reading to you, I've written and it has a date on it. So I need to give you a point of reference. I was born November 19th, 1980. I'm a beautiful Scorpio baby. But 1980 is the point of reference. This starts on in June of 1999. Somebody once told me that I would be what I wanted to be. That same someone said I wouldn't be anything, and that really hurt me. Somebody once told me that I could do what I wanted to do. That someone said there's nothing for me, and that hurt me too. Someone once told me they would be there for me always. That someone is never around, and I guess I give them cloudy days. Someone once told me that love was unconditional. That someone told me I was a mistake, and to me they just couldn't show love. Someone once told me to be proud of who I am. That someone also ridicules me and complains about who I am. Someone once told me there is someone out there for me. That someone also told me that no one would ever love me. The next one is from June 1999. This one is titled Past, Present, and Future. I confronted a person of my life that's past. I fell to its mercy, and my heart it did have. I confronted a person of the present that's tomorrow. I fell victim to its lies, and the present is full of sorrow. I confronted a person of my future that's to come. I succumbed to its powers, and my future was no more. Also in June of 1999. This one is titled The Blind Man. I once asked a blind person whom I met on the street, who said he could tell the future and would tell my future to me. I asked the blind man a question that wasn't very hard. Am I going to be a prosperous person, or will I fall and fall hard? Ma'am, he said, with the shifting of his sleeve, you will have problems, but prosperous you will be. I smiled at the blind man and tried to suppress my chuckle. The question had a 50-50 answer, and my future he didn't know. Miss, he said, and as I started walking away, and faintly turned my head his way. You have a lot of internal problems. Problems don't need to be. I slowly stopped smiling. My chuckle ceased. I wanted this man to tell me more of what is wrong with me. I sat with him at the bench on the morning of this average day. I sat with him on the bench to hear what he had to say. You are a young woman, not yet of 19, and know more about the ways of the world than most people like thee. You started out all right as a child of almost 10, but when you moved to the country, all your problems began. Your parents got another divorce, and you had to live with your mother here. She got a boyfriend who always loved to drink beer. One night when your mother was at work, some silly things happened. You were told not to tell because it's all just an accident. But it was obvious something was wrong because your grades began to drop. On the way to your parent-teacher conference, you spilled the beans to make it all stop. You and your brother and your mother went to the police station, and the next day he was gone to go to the station and be questioned. Your mother was crying and kept saying to thee that you were an ungrateful bitch and that you were a mistake that wasn't meant to be. He stopped suddenly, knowing he had my attention. He said very calmly, "Ma'am, all I need for you to do is listen." "I've been listening," I said, dumbfounded at his remark. I couldn't understand why he stopped when he only just got started. "I won't tell you all at once, but little by little as the week goes. Come and sit with me tomorrow so I can tell you more of your woes." I said, "Okay," and as I got up to leave, "Things will get harder before they get easier," he said, and he let go of my sleeve. So I went about my business, wondering what tomorrow may bring. He still hadn't told me my future. Maybe that's what tomorrow will bring. We're going to fast forward. This one is dated 8/27/19. This is the face. The face you see, the face replaced. The face that once showed a place of wonder, of passion, of dreams to come, of hope of the future, of the battles to be won. The face replaced, the face you see is a face no longer, just a space where a face used to be. A face that would smile, a face that was free, a face that once at one time, a face that belonged to me. All I see is a face erased, a face forgotten, a face no one wants to see, a face looking for longing, a face having to smile for someone else but never herself. She is a forgotten person. She is only about what people want to see whenever their eyes look at the shelf. A face only around for people to see what they want to see and to say what they want to say, as long as there's no voice from me. My eyes sad, but only set to see what I'm told, like drawn on circles, never blinking when they show. Behind this face I cry. It's the only place I can be me. I have to show this faceless face to everyone, because my face no one wants to see. This next reading is from July 2017, and please pay attention to these dates. Not so much the day, but the year. How do you explain to someone that feeling of being disconnected on the inside? Like sometimes I feel like I'm disconnecting from myself and I can't control it. Then I smoke and it makes it not so bad. Smoke weed. But like right now, I haven't smoked in about 3 hours. And when I smoked, it was my chillum. And I felt like I knew what I wanted to do with my life, with my slow-ass life. I wanted to sell my blueprints, business school. As my high comes down, I get the feeling mighty useless and that I don't have anything going for me and like I'm trapped in a hamster wheel. That is such a horrible feeling. I don't have shit to show for where I am in life right now. I'm not doing anything I enjoy at all. I'm doing a job I hate where I'm not appreciated. I'm with someone who I'm not sure isn't using me in a sense. I don't feel loved by anybody besides my dad. I just feel like I'm just going through the motions, taking up space. I hate this shit. I feel like the only person looking out for me is me. The only person who cares about me is me. The only person who cares if I live or die is me. The only person who loves me is me. The only person who cares about me is me. I'm very much depressed, and it sucks not having someone to talk to, not having one understand what it's like. Trying to explain it is like trying to explain why the sky is blue. And then to hear the silence or feel the blank stare of whoever I try to explain it to is so disheartening and embarrassing. I've gotten that crazy look. I know no one cares, and it's hard to explain why I feel that way. It's so hard to make it seem like shit's okay when nothing is okay. So I smoke weed. It's hard for me to find inspiration anymore. Probably because I know it's not going to go anywhere. Nothing like having every day feeling like a piece of shit with nothing to show for it. Exhilarating. Nothing like living every day. There we go. Feeling like a piece of shit with nothing to show for it. Exhilarating. This next sentence is from 2020. It's actually from 7/24/2020. And literally in the book I'm reading it from, it's the next entry. On 7/24/2020, at 3:22 a.m., I wrote, to get what you've never had, you have to do what you've never done. All right. I'm going to read this how it's written. I will not say anyone's name. This is from July 27th, 2020. Sometimes it's a little frightening to be in mid-conversation and you feel the spirits tell you to stop the conversation because the person you are talking to isn't done what they're supposed to do to fully grasp the words being said. What do I mean? The spirits told me to tell someone he needs to meditate on his situation, for there is a lesson he is supposed to learn. I've inquired if he acts, and he admittedly says yes, but not really. In speaking to him a few minutes ago, I was talking to him about the relationship me and him now have, and how it's not in conjunction with what's going on. In mid-sentence, literally, I was told to stop talking to him about said situation because he hasn't meditated on it and done what he was supposed to do. And I told him this, and I stopped said conversation. I'm tapping into the spirits, my feminine energy, and it's scary sometimes, but I'm starting to listen and understand. I'm not going to lie, it's hard sometimes, and I don't always understand or get a clear picture of what I'm supposed to do or what I'm supposed to be doing or saying. But I'm trusting it more. I'm listening more. A little and slowly, but I'm listening more. I need to do a deep meditation myself. Be the person I speak of, not the person I am. Wow, that was a powerful sentence. Be the person I speak of, not the person I am. When I asked why is this happening, the answers are already there. I wasn't listening to what God was saying. Ooh. Oh, wow. I'm going to read this just because I like what it says. On November 2nd, 2020, I said, just because you don't see the sign doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you don't see the sign God has given you doesn't mean it's not there. If the speed limit is 35 and a truck is covering the sign, it doesn't change the sign. It just means it's blocked and you need to change your view. God always gives a sign, gives me signs. What do I have blocked in front of that sign so I can't read it? Be careful, because you don't want to miss a sign from the all-knowing God today. Also on November 2nd, I said I was in an environment where I took L's, losses. I don't take L's no more. I receive that. This next one is from November 4th, 2020. I was listening to Vicky's mastermind class, the 5/20/21, and she said something profound, and I said out loud, God today. I've said it before, but I saw it this morning. I've been led to listen to certain things, and I think I caught it. My destiny, my purpose, God is ready to reveal to me, but he waits for my obedience to make sure that I'm ready for what he has for me. He is waiting for me to mature to be ready for what he has for me. I've been seeing some of my words in the universe as I say them. Sometimes it echoes back. Today was the first time I said God today and saw it. I feel like someone is there ready for me to show me, but I need to focus. I need to focus. My thoughts are keeping me from the revelation God has for me. I need to slow down, be deliberate in my thoughts, movements, and words, and focus, 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 focus. God sees my heart. He's waiting on me to focus. I've just been moving. He wants me to slow down to make progress. God today. My pen is my wand. My pen is an amplifier, and what I write, I can manifest. My pen is my wand. What I write, I can manifest. What I write reverberates throughout the universe. My thoughts cause things that reverberate through the universe. I shift atmospheres. I change climates. Why? Because the wonderful Allah said I am in his image, and I live to do his bidding. I look to live a purposeful, fulfilled life that allows me to live in the purpose God has created for me. My pen is that of a ready writer. I am ready to write what my prophecy is when the time permits it to be done on paper. Focus. God's plan is greater than my own. Be still and look and listen. God's plan is the greatest plan. Focus, listen, speak to him daily. Give him thanks, gratitude. Read your list. Be consistent. God won't allow me to open my wings if I'm not consistent. Consistency, trust that when I'm working towards will happen. Consistency, trust that what I'm working towards will happen. Trust that my words change climates and echoes in the universe. Focus. And that was at 4:44 on November 4th, 2020. And then I said these sequence of numbers that keep popping up means something. November 9th, 2020. God is waiting on me to figure it out, even a piece at a time, so he knows which angels to send and what caliber the angels need to be. This is from November 18th, 2020. I'm in my mastermind class right now, and tell me why it's about what I've been hearing all week. Consistency. You wake up to give a good guidance to someone who needs you. I've been asking what my purpose is. I keep getting shown it's my words in my hands, and I need to quit my job. LOL. Got to get back to class. I have the passage, Isaiah 54. I did not look that up before I got here, but I will let that be my own revelation for later. But that is what I have written here. On 4/6/2021, I said I need to move in my divine. I'd been moving, doing things too strong. I need to soften it up and let my goddess divine work. On July 11th, 2021, don't let go. You may feel worn, torn, and tattered right now, but you're of the Most High. You are His child. Hold tight and don't let go. On July 12th, 2021, the change that needs to happen within you isn't one that can be seen personally. You just have to make the decision to change. Stay conscious in the spirit and move in the spirit, and the change will happen. Trust in your alignment. Your army waits for you. On July 12th, 2021, a drunk person believes in their fantasies. Intoxicate yourself in the spirit. What are you manifesting? On 8/26/21, I just told my old self it got to steppin'. It got to get to steppin'. I don't want her no more. Sorry, so not sorry. Deuces, old Shay. Deuces, Sashalina. I won't kick you out. I'll just slam the door behind you. Peace. And I never, ever will see you again. On 8/28/21, I'm checking the wrong thing for the right thing, and it needs to stop. Wondering why you feel halted almost? Like you're looking around knowing you're not in the right place? Like you walked into the wrong meeting room? Yeah, back up. You're looking for the right thing in the wrong place. I don't know what I'm looking for, though. I just know the answer I seek isn't in what I'm doing. I need to focus. And I feel like the answers lie in Luke 4 in the story of the Shunammite woman and her son who died but was brought back to life. There is something there waiting for me. I feel it, but I can't get to it. Walk in belief. The path is laid before you. Walk in faith. On 9/13/21, just keep going. There's going to be pain. Just like an athlete ices up, then keeps going, you need to do the same. Even though I may not feel like it, even though I may get tired, rest and keep going. On 9/20/21, it just came to me. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. I don't know yet what's in reference to, but it's very important. You don't want to waste your time and energy on something that's not in line with your purpose, nor anything that's going to clutter your frequency or alter your frequency. Not everyone deserves your time. Remember that. Nine 26/21. Don't drown yourself in your field because you've overflowed your crop, yet have dehydrated yourself. Drink from the cloud in the sky in the shape of the hand and be still. The water will recede on your harvest and you will be rehydrated. On 11/13/21 at 11:11 p.m., I said, Lord, I thank you for giving me the answers. I thank you for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I am a child of the King. I am a mysterious ruler over mysterious ones. On 11/22/2021, everything comes at a price. Sometimes it's big, sometimes small, but a price nonetheless. The price of gaining spiritual knowledge, the ability to let your old self go, the ability to be able to grow. I have found myself lately catching my mind moving towards negative, non-productive thoughts. That cannot and will not be acceptable. That's why I speak positive over it as soon as it comes. But a fact hit me that I caused the entire first sentence. I realized, but a fact hit me that caused the entire first sentence. I realized that I don't tell anyone much of anything. It either gets thrown back in my face or ignored, and the other person is indifferent, mostly wanting to talk to me about their issues. And people talk to me. It's crazy, but people talk to me about their negative, and I'm like a filter of sorts. The negative comes in me and positivity comes out. I'm really great at listening and assessing, but the issue, and someone actually said it a while back, is that I have no negative outlet. I have to be to myself what others seek in me when they talk to me, and it's hard. It does something to you when you know you don't have anyone to talk to, but everyone else does. It's a sense of loneliness not to be able to have a conversation with someone without them talking about themselves and how your situation all of a sudden becomes an issue that's going on with them, totally unrelated to your topic. Everything comes at a price. I'm willing to continue to pay the price of not being able to talk to anyone and have someone understand if my reward is being about my Father's business. I don't mind if my reward is finding my purpose and destiny. Negativity doesn't live here, not anymore, and I won't let negativity take me down. I've come too far. All I can do is stay consistent. My spiritual court and the ancestors see my consistency. I am patient. I live on Faith Street. My package is on the way. Why is that here? Oh, all right, I'm gonna read it. I don't know why this is here. Okay, but I'm gonna read it. This is from December 14th, 2021. So I've been gifted the revelation that everything that is happening now, the interchanges, the things Spirit does to see if I'm listening, all that and more is preparing me for what I've been asking for. I can't receive and hold on to and properly appreciate and give thanks to a level that I'm unprepared for spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. The Most High is preparing me for me, the Shalina that I am supposed to be. The Shalina who lives in her purpose and who is about her Father's business. Amen. On December 25th, 2021, I wrote, "The time has come when the personal change has been recognized and noted. As I look around, I see the change in the environment around me from how I grew up, how I used to live, and how I live now. I'm talking literally about my environment, my space. Your space is a reflection of who you are. What one chooses to do with space and what one has to do are different. I had to keep my room clean and clean the kitchen and bathroom when I lived with Mom. I didn't know how to clean nor the importance. I thought it was just to keep roaches out. I wasn't totally wrong, though. As I grew older, I chose not to live in the hoarding of a dirty house. But I was always just picking up and cleaning how I always did, to make sure the roaches don't come, to keep the house presentable. Mom didn't like to have company over, which I never understood, but she always wanted the living room and everything clean. I wanted my home to be welcoming. That's Dad's side. So I kept it clean for that reason too. But now looking around, recognizing my growth and realizing that I'm a different person, I know the roaches were within. I have to right now give the Most High all glory, honor, thanks, and praise. He put me on the path I didn't know I was supposed to be on, and I found Vicki Dillard. have to let the tears roll because it was the teachings. It is the teachings of Vicky. That I was able to discover that the roaches were in me. And God didn't create me to be a home of roaches, tearing down myself, not finding value or worth in me, not knowing the power that God has given to me to do his work, to find my gift, to do the shadow work within myself, to annihilate all the roaches, to know that I am worthy and I am a child of the King. I am not a pauper or destined for mediocrity. Vicky taught me, like a patient mother, the value of the space around me and how you have to create the space you want in the environment you currently have to make the space you want to come to true manifestation. Consistency. I'm learning that consistency is key to keeping my connection open to the spirit and to have peace of mind in my environment. Clean the space because it keeps your mind open and clean. It keeps the roaches out of your mind, not just your space. Take the time to make your space beautiful, whatever that may be for you. Flowers, a few pieces of decor, a rug, it goes a long way. A rug is my next thing, and a dining table. Vicky said something recently that really hit me, and I think it's what helped prompt this revelation to sink in. I have no shame when I get revelations, and I'm brought to tears most of the time. The power of it. Vicky said most of us weren't putting a priority on your spiritual life. We think work is more important. We think money is more important. We think our family is more important. Nothing, absolutely nothing is more important than your spiritual life. Nothing. Period. Nothing. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get it when she said it the first time. I did, but I didn't. Okay, nothing is more important than my spiritual relationship. Okay, got it. No. The time that I spend getting to know the Most High and listening and connecting to my higher self, my spiritual court, the ancestors, that is where the future is made and molded and the path made clear. I find I'm more in tune with the spirits, and the more I realize that what happens in the earthly realm is dictated by what happens in the spirit realm, the more I realize there is an ease to which we are created and to move in so that we truly can live in our peace and bliss. When one has peace of mind, everything else follows naturally. Peace of mind. I look around and I see my space in front of me and realize that God didn't create us to avoid troubles. It rains on the good and the bad alike. But being consistent and thankful, let me say that again, and being thankful rewards you with peace of mind. And roaches can't reside where there is peace, consistency, and the purpose to do the Father's business. July 27th, 2024. Oh yes, we're dating this today because this is an historic day. Today, Saturday, July 27th, 2024, I have my first spiritual meeting. What does that mean? It means I had my first spiritual client, and she asked to meet with me. She met me bringing me my Instacart not too long ago. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. She said I was a spiritual prophet, a psychic. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Everything that you just heard is literally written on paper in a book that I have. The last thing you read, dated on Saturday, July 27th, is written from a book that literally, I think that is one of only maybe 2 or 3 dates in. Because all I write down now is literally what I'm led to write down in spirit. Like out of the same book right now, because it's the growth. I'm literally looking, I just flip it to a page and it says, stop hiding in your greatness. That's it, and that's all. Stop hiding in your greatness. It is growth. It is about growth. I really hope you paid attention to the years in this. Because it shows from where one once was to where one is now is a struggle, it's growth, and I kept seeing it and reading it, it's consistency. Consistency. That's growth. So that is who you are listening to. That is how I can talk to you about growth, because I'm in it, experienced it, and I have my own receipts to prove it. You're listening to Divine Intuition because that is what I got. That's what I keep getting. That's what I got in order to give you growth today, because I wasn't planning on doing one today. But it is what Spirit put on me that I needed to do today. In a long time, I needed to tell my story, to tell my growth. Because a lot can change who you are and how you see yourself in a very short period of time. Get a mentor. Your mentor will speak to you in a way no one else has. And when they do, when you hear it, it's going to fill you with peace and a welcoming fear that your growth is upon you. And that is what you want. You want growth to be upon you. So I hope in this you have heard a little bit of something. Understood and understand you're not the only one going through it, has gone through it, gone to it. And looking back on some of these now, it was definitely, I was talking to myself. Spirit was talking to me with my words. Looking back on it now, because this is the first time I'm reading 99% of this. I'm not even going to hear this before I post it. I do it because Spirit tells me to do it, and I post it because Spirit says I'm supposed to post it. I don't listen to it before I hear it. I don't listen to it before I hear it. I'd heard what I just said. I don't hear it before I post it. I just let it go. Because to me it feels like if it resonates with you, it's going to resonate with you. And I hope somewhere it does. And even if it doesn't resonate with you, I promise you, you know someone who it resonates with. Take the time to understand the person that you're talking to isn't necessarily the person who they want to be, who they were, or where they're going. Are you? I appreciate you listening. Peace.